I mean, Scott Van Pelt shouted him out on SportsCenter.
The play-by-play guy shouted him out when it hit.
Incredible. This has become, I mean, it's officially national news. Like,
yes.
Trending is like Big Cat wins another one.
Rundown, March 10th.
Bingo.
Good job.
I was going to say February. Megan Making Money, Tate. We are presented by DraftKings. Who's scoring big in the NBA season? You are, with all the new ways to get in on the action with my partners, the DraftKings Sportsbook, an official betting partner of the National Basketball Association, which I'm a fan of. I have pretty much every team logo on my shirt right now. DraftKings is the home of NBA player props. You can get behind your favorite players to watch in any way, from Monster Slams, Dish and Rock, to cleaning the glass. It's super easy for first timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking an NBA player prop. Let's go with Karl Anthony Towns over 13.5 rebounds tonight against the Kings. Here's a special first timers new to DraftKings. Bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Again, take it to the rack with the DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code RUNDOWN. That's one word, RUNDOWN. New customers get $150 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 only on the DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. I should probably revise that pick. They're saying the messaging is for NBA. But Big Cat is the hottest gambler on the planet right now. 16. And he put out his pick for today. It is College of Charleston against UNC Wilmington over 146.5. That
moved the
jumped
line
to 147.5 within 10 minutes. Whatever that over is, he's been clearing all of them. This is incredible. You previously had a similar streak.
It was a while ago. It was a long time ago, about 5 years ago. But yeah, it was an undocumented 16-0, but a documented 15-0. So congrats to Big Cat for having being hot. And I did walk up to him beginning of March and said it's a good week to get hot. And I don't want to say that I helped start the hot streak and insert myself, but he stayed hot after I said it was a good week to get hot. So
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I've been tailing him, I think, since 7. So I'm 9-0, and this is the best run of my entire life. I've got him on notifications every time. He tweets a lot, by the way.
He does.
But it's worth it because if you've been following, he moves the line within 10 to 15 minutes of what it is.
And it's such a pressure, honestly, once you've gone 60, that one more, like once you get around that 5, 6, like you start to feel really, really good. But after you get past those double digits, the pressure, especially with everyone riding Big Cat, obviously has so many people following him, not just like on Twitter, but his bets. Like the pressure really does start to get to you. Like shout out to Dan for being able to hold it all together.
Scott Van Pelt shouted him out on SportsCenter.
The play-by-play guy shouted him out when it hit.
Incredible. This has become, I mean, it's officially national news. Like Trending is like Big Cat wins another one.
Yeah.
Have you been tailing him?
Yes, I started on Saturday. I've been replying to all his tweets since he was like, 7, 8, 9, something like that. But I wanted to, you don't want to be that guy because I was pretty cold to jump on and like he loses. Then on Thursday when Dave was like, I'm going to jump on, Big Cat was like, everyone jump on. It's like, all right, let me wait a minute. He kept going. And so the next day I was on and I've been on ever since.
So was it the Missouri game?
Yes.
That was
dead.
That was the craziest. I'll say this, and it happens every
30
weekend.
30 points past last 2 minutes?
Last 2 minutes of the game, it was 30 points. For Big Cat to move to 15-0.
At a 6-year-old's birthday party was my favorite part.
He's surrounded by like adults at like Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fooling. The only regret I have right now is that I'm just trying to get bullets for March Madness, like conference tourney or whatever. So I haven't been rolling it over. But I've been just doing so I am plus 9 units or whatever. But
that's great.
I saw someone did the math online and they said
like
that
$100,000, like 6 figures.
I think it was if you rolled over 1,000 every time, you'd be up like $10 million.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, it's something crazy. Unfortunately, I like you, Che. Once I see someone get hot, I don't really want to touch it. So I've been playing my own games. Not a great weekend for me. So I should have tailed Big Cat. So if you're not tailing Big Cat, I don't want to say now is the time to jump on because we're now 16 games deep, but you might as well hop on the DraftKings Sportsbook and tail Big Cat.
There you go. One of my favorite types of bets on DraftKings is next team NFL, and you can pick where a free agent lands. We saw a couple guys. First off, we saw Myles, Garrett, your guy, get a monster new deal. The line on that was Cleveland. I think they were always they had the lowest odds, but it moved from like plus 250 to plus 130 like day of.
Mm-hmm.
And I know because I check it every day. I was like, that's weird. And then shortly after he gets the big contract. How are you excited about that? I mean, he's the best defensive player probably in football, but
it's a lot of money.
It was weird. I mean, the national media has been making this into like the biggest thing. He did release like a letter, like a thank you fans letter, but like, hey, I'm leaving. I want out. Credit to Andrew Berry from day one. He has not entertained. He's like, we're not listening to trade offers. We're not trading him. He is the best defensive player in the year. I remember the day it happened. He said he wanted out, and Andrew Berry said, we're going to work on an extension instead. So my thing is this with the Browns. If we traded him, we were officially in obvious rebuild mode. Like, we have no intentions of winning. Hold on. Joel Bitonio just announced he's not retiring. He's coming back.
He's a guard.
We just extended. You're going to say we need a fucking quarterback, aren't you?
I mean, you're leading the we're not rebuilding that your older right guard is coming back.
I'm saying Myles Garrett.
Nice.
My point is that Myles Garrett didn't want to come back unless he had like a vision of we're trying to win now. He is coming back for $40 million a year. Our guard, who could have retired, has to know something that we're not just packing it in, or else he'd be like, screw this, I'm not doing it. I think the Browns are going for it. I want Kirk Cousins next. Aaron Rodgers.
All right. I mean, wouldn't you rather be losing on purpose?
You don't want to be in rebuilding mode?
I think that we are, if I was the GM, I'm not. I would like to get a veteran quarterback in here, draft the best player available at number 2, and try and win some football games. Because I think our roster's not that bad.
This sucks because you're in it, and it is very difficult to see it and accept it when you're in it. But the reality is that Andrew Berry is going to be fired, and he's doing this to retain his job, to be like, hey, we're bringing guys back. Yeah, but this is the worst thing that could happen. I mean, if you trade Myles Garrett at 2 first-round picks, or something in that neighborhood.
Number 2 this year.
Also, what does paying him that much money do for like the rest of the market?
I mean, Micah Parsons is going to get paid even more than that one. I mean, it's not that Micah Parsons is necessarily better than him. It's just like the next guy up is always going to get paid more. So, I mean, Max Crosby reset at 36 hours, not even before that. So someone's always going to be raising the bar. It's a lot. I mean, who cares about winning when you're making $2.35 million a game?
I saw that tweet. That was an incredible breakdown. It's just every game, win or lose, $2.5 million.
That rocks.
Yeah, not bad.
Do you think it was a ploy the whole time out of Myles Garrett, or do you think eventually they were just like, hey, is there an amount of money that you would say you'll just come back to Cleveland for?
I mean, I think it's special to be a one jersey guy. Mm-hmm. Like, I think unless you're going to win a Super Bowl, and it's like, you know, if he's going to a team that was in the playoffs and like pretty close, like if he was going to the Eagles,
or Washington,
if he was going to Washington, it's like those teams you could see as, you know, potentially being in the Super Bowl, and he could maybe put them over the top. Obviously, Washington a little bit harder than Philly, but still, like, I think. I kind of think about it like Kevin Garnett. Like, Kevin Garnett was a Minnesota Timberwolf. He just wanted to be a Timberwolf forever. And then, you know, he was like, all right, it's not happening here. Trade me to a contender, goes to Boston. Now he's, you know, not only a Timberwolves legend, he's a Celtics legend, and that's great. If he had stayed in Minnesota the whole time, do we look at him differently? Like, Charles Barkley didn't stay in, and Patrick Ewing didn't stay in, you know, New York the whole time. But, you know, they're pretty much those guys forever. Mm-hmm. Myles Garrett will be a Brown, it seems, forever. And that is a cool thing. But, like, he's so good, you kind of want more for him.
Okay. I'm calling a timeout, though. Listen, the Browns are bad. Everyone knows it's a dumpster fire of an organization.
Hardest division in football, too.
Hardest division in football. But my point is, we were in the playoffs 2 years ago. Like, we went 1-15. We went 0-16. This Myles Garrett has just been dealt the hardest hand in the entire world is not the most accurate narrative. He was in the playoffs with Baker. He was in the playoffs with Joe Flacco 2 years ago. We have talent. This past year was an embarrassment. It was disappointing. It sucked. We can still win. It's not like he's going back to a team that's going to go 1-16 next year. I might be a homer.
It comes down to who the quarterback is. Like, obviously last year wasn't good enough. Flacco was kind of lightning in a bottle with what he did. But yeah, what's the plan? We'll see. Maybe
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins is the plan. That's a crazy plan.
The big news from yesterday, DK Metcalf traded to the Steelers. This was
You feel Jerry oozing from wherever he's
He loves
at.
DK too. He's the perfect Jerry receiver. He's super rocked up, super fast,
super
controversial. He is
so fucking fast.
He's so
fast.
I think there are going to be games where Jerry absolutely hates DK Metcalf.
Oh yeah.
But
then there's going to be games where he like wants to French kiss him immediately after.
Listen, you thought I was all in on Russie? Wait till you see DeCossy. Just one more ride with Russie. I can guarantee you he's winning a playoff game or two. One more. I gotta see it. I gotta see Russie one more time with DeCossy. If that doesn't show you right there that Russ is coming back, I don't know what will. Russie to the moon.
That combo that they have of Pickens and Metcalf is like, it's the funniest combo in the league.
Bash Brothers, yeah.
They're the Bash Brothers, and they're the Bash Brothers. They're ultra talented. They're extremely athletic. They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah. Ben Roethlisberger joked about coming out of retirement.
Oh, God.
We'll see what they do. The word on the street was they're going to re-sign either Fields or Russ. But now there's talk like Aaron Rodgers could go there. He has a relationship with Mike Tomlin. We'll see. We don't know because Twitter is down.
Yeah, it can't happen. It's been down for like an hour and a half. Too.
Yeah, with all these NFL free agent moves, it would be really nice if we could get that news. We were taping something. We're not going to get into what it was. We were taping something today. We were off-site. And, we weren't on our phones the whole time. And we get off, and PFT goes up to me. He's like, "Did you hear who the Bucs signed?" I said, "No." He's like, "Well, Twitter's down." So he's like, "I can tell you if you want." It's like, "Well, obviously I want to fucking know." But Twitter has been down for, at this point, we're taping this at 11:30, about 3 hours,
yeah.
which is crazy. Thank God Big Cat got his pick out before Twitter went down.
Yes.
But
I was thinking that I didn't want to say it out loud.
what are you guys gonna do? I mean, this company. We have email.
We'll go to Instagram.
We have email, and we talk to each other, but
I'm on my phone.
Live on Twitter.
So, yeah.
What's your screen time?
A lot.
North of 8 a lot.
Yeah. I'm
about 8.
Between 8 on bad weeks, 12.
Yeah, I'm 8. I was 8 and I'm between 8 and 12.
Yeah.
But I think that's a lot of my like nighttime in bed phone time.
I think there's this shows how bad we are as like a civilization, where it's like Twitter's down for 3 hours and I'm like refreshing to see if it like is back up. That's where we get our news. That's where we get bored. Che just drove us back from the event, and I'm just scrolling, hoping for the 5-minute car ride that I can get online.
I think I've logged in and out of my DK Sportsbook 55 more times than I normally did with Twitter being down.
We like kind of live in this fantasy world where this is like, this is obviously a tough job to get and a job a lot of people want, but this is not like real world. This is like real world when like Slack goes down and like you just can't talk to any of your coworkers and like be productive. So it's tough times right now out on the Twitter street, especially all these NFL signings.
Well, there's certain days of the year where it just can't happen. Any day.
This is one of them.
Yeah, that'd be like if True TV, like the one time a year you watch it is March Madness. It's like, hey, True TV's out on the Thursday of March Madness.
I gotta there's 2 days I would like for Twitter to be down for everyone. NBA and NFL draft.
I think you would get 100%, 99.9% approval rate, except for the 2 dudes that ruin it for everyone.
I don't hate them doing that.
Well, you don't hate because they're doing their job.
Yes.
But you hate as a consumer that it gets ruined, right?
Well, then you just don't get on your phone.
Yeah, you can knock it on your phone and stuff like that. I went to...
You gotta have some self-control.
I went to like 7 straight NFL drafts, I think, or 7 out of 8 in a row.
Insane.
And it was before Twitter was like as what it is now. And so still I am not a Jets fan at all. I hated the Jets most of my growing up. Still the most exciting moment from the draft is the Jets trading up to get Mark Sanchez, because they traded up. They announced there's a trade. Everyone's like, the Jets have traded up. They're now on the clock. Everyone's like, what's happening? Like it was in the Radio City Music Hall, so like everyone most people are Jets fans. And then they cut to the green room, and Mark Sanchez is on the phone talking, and the whole place just erupts.
Yeah.
That's a moment that now cannot be replicated because of Twitter.
Even the college football playoff this year, was it Brett McMurphy spoiled it before the selection show? He said like, Alabama's out.
Yep.
It ruins. It sucks, but it like ruins surprises.
But I also love Twitter and would have traded for like, almost anything. But,
almost anything.
Almost anything.
Yeah.
Family man.
Yeah, I get it. I'm a family man.
Speaking of family man, I keep my family safe with SimpliSafe. We all have routines that bring us calm in a chaotic, often scary world. For me, it's arming my SimpliSafe home security system. When heading out every morning or locking up each night, the simple step that does more than anything can protect my family and home, gives me peace of mind. With SimpliSafe, I sleep more soundly and I leave the house with confidence. It's amazing how small one push of a button can have such a big impact. With SimpliSafe, millions of Americans enjoy greater quality security and peace of mind every time they arm their system. Traditional security systems only take action after someone has already broken in. That's too late. SimpliSafe's Active Guard outdoor protection can help prevent break-ins before they happen. If someone is lurking around and acting suspiciously, those agents can see and talk to them in real time, activate spotlights, even contact the police all before they have time have the chance to get inside your home. There are no long-term contracts or cancellation fees. Monitoring plans start affordably around $1 a day, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, or your money back. Visit SimpliSafe.com/rundown to claim 50% off a new system with professional monitoring plan and get your first month for free. That's SimpliSafe.com/rundown. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. I don't talk about this a lot. One thing I will say for SimpliSafe is that my daughter is almost 4, and getting her to go to sleep is, somewhat challenging. But one of the things that we always do, check the cameras, kitchen, outside, everything's safe, no monsters. So shout out to SimpliSafe for protecting our home. Josh Allen got a new contract, $330 million or something like that, something just astronomical.
MVP contract.
I mean, yeah, MVP, one of the best players in the NFL, super young. What are your thoughts on just getting all this money at that age?
I mean, I think he deserves it.
Certainly.
Mean, I wouldn't know what to do with all. I mean, I'd say I wouldn't know what to do with all that money. But my first thing would be I would put some in the savings for the kids, and then I would buy something off the grid and just be on the beach every day. Buy? A house somewhere off the grid, but on the beach where it's I can set up my own shack and sell daiquiris, and just work when I want to.
When you get $250 million, you set up a shack to sell daiquiris.
Yeah. But a super sweet house. I want a simple life outside of my work life. I want to be able to chop it up with the locals, sell some chips to the kids, but no stress. Okay. I don't want any stress at all.
Have you heard the adage? This is way off topic, but the story about the old fisherman that sells fish on the back of a boat and eats it. So basically he's a really good fisherman. Here's a little language arts story for you guys. He's a really good fisherman. He lives off the coast in a whatever, very low quality, whatever, and he eats the fish every night. Mm-hmm. And then people find out he's really good at doing that. So they start to pay him to take him out, and he does that. And then he buys another boat, and then he starts a big company, blah, blah, blah. And he does all this and keeps moving up, making more money. And they said, "What's your goal here?" He goes, "I hope by the end of this, I have enough money that I can just go out and fish every night." And
that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I want to go fish.
Why would you sell daiquiris if you have?
Yeah.
No, because I would sell it just for fun, to have other people enjoy them, and I would drink the daiquiris too, and I would just sit on the beach, and someone's like, "Hey, can I have another daiquiri?" It's not a super crowded Florida beach. I'm saying I'm off the grid. I'm talking people are there's maybe 15 people on this beach. I don't need to sell the daiquiris. I want to.
My problem, I'm exactly the same as Megan. If you gave me $5 million right now, you would never see me again. The problem is you give Josh Allen $250 million guaranteed. Megan says she wants to go to the beach. How do you still play football? How do you still watch film? You give me $250 million guaranteed. I'm the most complacent person in the entire world.
Yeah.
Favorite tropical drink? Go.
Probably Miami Vice.
That's what I was going to say.
Banana Monkey.
Banana monkeys are good.
What's banana
I think
monkey?
that's what's called,
chocolate.
Right?
It's it's kind of like a mudslide, but with banana. I think.
Okay.
It's
Miami
good.
Vice is half pina
colada, half
daiquiri.
yeah.
Pina colada's very good too.
And get a floater on the top. That's what I'm saying. Come to my beach, Che.
Yeah.
You can come fish. You can come have a daiquiri.
The last beach tropical drink vacation I went on with my wife. We were gone for, 3 days or something like that. But then the second day, I had a tropical drink. And I was like, "Oh, you should review that." And then I just spent the rest of the day reviewing tropical drinks with her, and she just hated it. And I think I
too.
did like 9 tropical drinks and just got horrible diarrhea. Wiped out the third day.
You can't mix. You got to just stay. You can't just go from tropical to tropical. It's all sugary and.
I know. Yeah. No, that's
a Che move for
learned.
sure.
Lesson learned. Got a couple good
All right,
videos.
so Josh
out of it.
Allen, if you're watching, just don't drink a lot of tropical drinks whenever you have your 250 guaranteed. It'll give you diarrhea.
Garrett Cole needs Tommy John, so he is out of underwear. Tommy John, the best underwear in the game. I don't really know too much about baseball. Tate, what is the deal with Tommy John? His elbow, correct?
Yeah, he's gonna be out for the year. He
See ya.
It's gotten much. It used to be like the kiss of death. It's not
Yeah, now
great.
you can have two surgeries and still be one of the best pitchers out there.
Point being, they were the ALCS champions last year. They represented the American League in the World Series. He's their best pitcher. They've now lost Soto to the Mets, and they've lost their best pitcher for the year. Well, he's awaiting second opinion, but I would say the Yankees were coming in hopeful, or especially after last season. They don't look like they're going to be as good this year. The American League is as wide open as you can imagine.
Very wide open.
Like the Dodgers are the class of the league, but they're in the National League. So I don't know. This is obviously bad news for Yankees fans and for Garrett Cole, but I would say for the rest of the American League, like it's kind of cool that the best pitcher is not going to be in the league this year.
Yeah.
If I ask a curious question, it is March 10th. When did this injury happen? Because the season's starting in a couple of weeks. Why is this coming out now? Did he get hurt in spring training?
Doug, you got anything for us on that? I didn't read it.
Dougie Baseball.
You going to Twitter, Doug?
I just need everyone to know it's not because I hate the Yankees. I just hate Garrett Cole.
Yeah, why do you hate Garrett Cole so much?
Just whenever he decided he wanted to leave the Astros, the way he fucking left after, obviously, we, have an asterisk by our name that year. The way he left, he was just a fucking prick. Being like, didn't even have the Astros cap on. Had just a free agent. He just wanted to be a free agent. Fuck you. I just don't
discomfort in his second spring start. And yeah, he missed a lot of time last year, I believe, too. Can you go up a little bit, Doug? I don't think he started till midway.
I don't think he did either. I think he missed quite a bit of time last year.
Yeah.
I mean, the off season is, Halloween till March Madness.
Yeah.
Did this not pop up beforehand? And granted, I do not know very much about baseball. If I was a Yankees fan, I'd be pretty pissed about this. That is coming
Yeah,
up
if
now.
you're a Yankees fan.
If it was bothering you before, were you not?
I don't know. It can happen like that. Like I know
you could the way he throws to one wrong torque of the ball, and he could feel it in his elbow. Like he could have been fine, and then he could have torqued it the wrong way, and it just is now an issue.
One wrong torque. We got to talk about the drama from Friday.
Oh, God.
Nicky smokes Annika. It all boiling over. And what, in my opinion, front to back, I think that was the best yak
we've
ever done. And that's including post-credits, which is a big part of it. Brandon Walker resigned. Congrats. 3/9/2030 is the next time we will...
Have another funeral?
Yes, we will do this again.
I hated that, by the way. I really
You legitimately cried.
I am a big real person where I believe
and you knew he wasn't
I
leaving.
know. I've known forever, and it just sitting there thinking about him because the email specifically said not to roast. So it's in my head, I'm writing this heart-filled I just wanted to tell Brandon how I felt about him, and I love him, and so thinking about him not being here made me really, really sad. And then Nicky Smokes and Annika started yelling at each other. Then I had to follow that, and I was like, it was a lot for me personally.
My favorite part were just the reactions to it.
Yeah, Jack McCarthy freaking out in the cave, just
Jack McCarthy,
Brandon Walker jumping up and down.
Oh yeah, that was
Brandon,
hilarious.
They kept through everything. Did
Kate.
you see the Mincy clip?
No.
I thought Mincy stole the show. It's at the very end of Viva TV. So the whole thing had just happened. It's the most awkward situation that I've been here for.
The show's still going on at this point. The yak is still
on.
Okay.
And Nicky Smokes and Nicky Smokes and Ella are out in the kitchen. They dap each other up, and they're basically talking to themselves yeah, we're just friends. Yeah, we're allowed to get drinks, whatever. And I'm just standing there staring this is crazy. And then to break the ice, Ben Mintz walks in and goes, "Sup, fellas?" And I'm like, "Hey, Mincy." And he goes, how's everybody doing? He had no idea what just happened.
Yeah.
I said, I'm doing good, Mincy. How you doing? He's like, I'm doing good. Glad to hear everyone's doing good.
That's why we're friends.
What? I love this. I live for this. Hey, Mincy, what's up?
How we doing, boys?
Good.
How's everything?
I'm good.
Good. Glad you're good.
Well, it was funny too. I saw that exchange a little bit, and then Nicky had walked away, and it was just Ella and Mincy sitting there, and I was like, man, if that's like your first like drama at Barstool, the last person, respectfully, Mincy, to come up to you that you want to talk to you about like how to handle the situation is Ben Mintz.
Oh, he'll tell you.
Yeah, he'll tell you. He'll tell you, but it's like, oh man, what am I really getting my advice from this outlet?
Yeah,
they do have a ceasefire right now. I don't know
they
if you
do.
follow that.
Yeah.
It popped on my timeline. Michael Greer said like, "This is my personal." I forget what.
Yeah, I said
Middle Eastern.
Who's gonna? They're gonna break the ceasefire because they respond to every single thing the other person says.
They might as well just get married, just fall back in love.
That would be quite a scene.
We would have to have the wedding like
that's what I'm saying.
Yak.
Yeah.
The yak wedding.
The yak wedding.
That would rock.
That was very fun. Any other things post show from you guys?
Conference tourney week for basketball.
Yeah,
Yep.
Exciting
big
time.
week. Lots
Good
of
time to
streaming
gamble.
coming up soon.
Yep.
It's gonna be exciting. I'm getting my bullets ready for March Madness. I'm gonna have all the bullets ready in my DK account.
Yep.
Ready to take down DraftKings
And today's
single-handedly.
Monday, so technically Big Cat could be 23-0.
I'll say this. No,
Don't extend it that far.
if
One
he
day at a
makes
time,
it-
Cheche.
Yeah.
If he makes it to Wednesday, I saw Eddie tweet this. If he makes it to Wednesday, it is going to be like an immovable object, an unstoppable force, because on Wednesday is when there starts to be like 500 games from like 9
He can't just
a.m.
pick
to
one.
2 a.m.
Dan likes to gamble too much to pick just one.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. I'm hoping this thing gets to 20. That would be
Incredible. He's
Incredible.
close.
It's incredible right now.
It
we
is.
gotta call a
Yes.
spade a spade.
It's
It's
0.00%.
absolutely incredible. It's amazing. And honestly, for as much time and effort and money and screen time that Big Cat has put into and losing the money, he earned this 16-0. It was inevitable. It was gonna come at some point, and I'm so happy it's
He's seeing
right
the
now.
board well. He's
So
seeing
well.
the board well.
I picked last night when I saw it. I was like, all right, I'm betting on Omaha of Nebraska,
St. Paul.
who's already clinched.
Did you watch it?
No.
I think my favorite thing about it, I told him earlier, my favorite thing about it is
Set it,
like
forget it.
you've got, oh, no way. You've got half the country right now intently watching the Omaha, Nebraska versus St. Paul, who is a Division III team.
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching the game. So I think they hit the over with like 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
I watched every second of that game. They hit the over, turn that shit off.
Yeah.
Like, no chance do I
Yep.
care who
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah. But shout out to him. Hopefully he keeps it rolling.
Yep. Well, shout out to Dan. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to
DraftKings, SimpliSafe.
DraftKings,
Thank you guys for
SimpliSafe.
watching.
That
It's
was
been the
fun.
rundown for March 10th. See you guys.
Later.